The Rodeo Convention Center in Westminster has formally invited city council members to tour their facility. Management hopes an on-site visit will help officials better understand the center's current operational needs. This tour could influence future city funding or zoning decisions regarding the venue's expansion. Ohio Republicans are seeking a statewide ballot initiative to cement voter photo ID requirements into the state constitution. While state law already mandates photo identification at the polls, proponents argue a constitutional amendment would prevent future legislative changes. Critics worry the move is an unnecessary hurdle that could complicate election administration. Japan is navigating a complex period of economic stagnation paired with shifting internal political dynamics. The government is currently balancing aging demographic pressures with the need to maintain global trade competitiveness. These factors are forcing Tokyo to reevaluate its long-term fiscal policy and international alliances. The National Press Foundation is hosting a briefing to analyze how vaccine policy moves from federal mandates down to local providers. Experts are gathering to explain the bureaucratic chain of command that dictates public health access across different states. This information is vital for understanding how regulatory decisions directly impact community health outcomes. Various liberal groups are coordinating efforts to reconcile internal policy differences and present a more cohesive political front. The movement aims to bridge gaps between progressive and moderate wings to better influence national legislative agendas. A unified stance is intended to strengthen their bargaining power in upcoming election cycles. Local county officials are meeting to debate a new set of regulations governing food truck operations. The proposed rules address zoning restrictions, parking requirements, and health safety standards for mobile vendors. Local business owners are concerned that stricter mandates could limit their ability to operate in high-traffic areas. The Wisconsin Counties Association has honored several local lawmakers with outstanding legislator awards for their work in municipal government. These officials were recognized for their efforts in passing legislation that provides resources to local infrastructure projects. The awards highlight the importance of state-level support for managing local community growth. Former President Donald Trump has proposed a $1.776 billion fund aimed at what he terms the anti-weaponization of federal agencies. The initiative is designed to overhaul internal oversight and investigate alleged political bias within government departments. If implemented, the plan would signal a major restructuring of how federal administrative power is checked and balanced. A new poll shows that Portland residents hold deeply conflicted opinions on how to address the city's homelessness crisis. While a majority supports increased services, voters remain split on whether to prioritize enforcement or housing-first initiatives. This public divide makes it difficult for local politicians to build a consensus on long-term policy solutions. Republican gubernatorial candidate Byron has secured endorsements from more than 25 influential leaders in Pinellas County. This show of support provides a significant boost to his campaign in a critical Florida battleground region. The endorsements suggest growing momentum for his platform among local conservative officials. Hungarian Prime Minister Magyar has embarked on his first foreign trip to Poland to strengthen ties with a key regional ally. The visit comes as both nations face increasing pressure from European Union leadership regarding their domestic judicial and media policies. This diplomatic meeting aims to solidify a coalition against Brussels' regulatory oversight. Politician Lavely Perling is warning of a growing disconnect between the promises made by government leaders and their actual policy decisions. She argues that political rhetoric is increasingly failing to match the realities of legislative implementation, leading to widespread public distrust. Perling is calling for greater transparency to ensure that government actions reflect campaign commitments. Angola is currently undergoing significant structural changes to its political and economic systems. The nation is working to diversify its oil-dependent economy while managing ongoing political reforms aimed at increasing government accountability. Success in these areas is crucial for the country to maintain stability in a volatile global market. New Zealand's government is tackling a range of economic challenges, including rising inflation and shifting trade relationships in the Pacific. Political leaders are debating how to balance social welfare programs with the need for fiscal austerity. The outcome of these debates will determine the country's economic trajectory over the coming years. Bosnia and Herzegovina continues to face challenges in maintaining its delicate, multi-ethnic federation structure. Political friction between different ethnic groups frequently stalls legislative progress and national decision-making. International observers are concerned that this ongoing instability could threaten the long-term unity of the state. Hong Kong is experiencing a transformation in its governance and economic structure following significant legislative changes. The government is working to integrate more closely with mainland regulations, sparking debate over the city's future autonomy. These shifts are fundamentally altering how the region interacts with global financial markets. New Deal CEO Debbie Cox Bolton is advocating for new strategies to make local government more effective at delivering public services. She argues that outdated administrative processes are preventing officials from solving urgent community problems efficiently. Her organization is working with leaders to implement data-driven solutions that improve measurable outcomes for residents. Researchers at the London School of Economics suggest that artificial intelligence could significantly reduce corruption in European government agencies. By automating the auditing of public contracts, I can detect financial irregularities that humans might miss. However, the study notes that this technology will only be effective if politicians provide the necessary access and authority. An Iranian family is lobbying for the release of a relative currently detained for their role in the 1979 U.S. Embassy hostage crisis. The family argues that the individual's continued detention is no longer justified given the passage of decades since the event. This case highlights the lingering diplomatic and legal disputes between the two nations. A new report finds that political leaders are consistently misreading the public's complex views on immigration. While voters express concerns about border security, they also recognize the economic necessity of foreign labor, leading to contradictory polling data. This confusion often results in fragmented policy proposals that fail to satisfy either side of the debate.